So we're getting to see why Jason Isaacs is backpedaling on a lot of his comments that were made at Star Wars Celebration. Jason Isaacs' discovery teases possible return, but Jimmy Kennedy, comicbook.com, we always have to point out, is the propaganda arm of CBS. After Star Trek Discovery's second season, fans are campaigning for Captain Pike spinoff. Oh, please. That's not going to happen. We know why it's not going to happen, because you'd have a white guy in a position of authority. Even though I will say Anson Mount was the best thing on season 2, even though they cut his testicles off at every turn. But after the first season, fans were all about finding Prime Lorca. Jason Isaacs played Captain Gabriel Lorca of the USS Discovery in the first season of Star Trek Discovery. When Lorca was revealed to be an imposter from the Mirror Universe and then he died, fans hoped to see Jason Isaacs return as Lorca from the Prime Universe. Speaking at Star Trek Las Vegas convention, Isaacs said knowing that it was a single-season gig from the start at first blunted the impact of leaving the show. I knew going in that I was doing just one season, he said during a panel at via Trek Movie. It felt like a great thing to do. I felt fine about it, but I got close to everyone and understood the significance of Star Trek and the brilliant storytelling and what it means in the world. I felt the loss of that. Brilliant storytelling? Really, Jason? Come on. Brilliant storytelling. I know you're at an event and you got to butter people up, but brilliant storytelling? Come on. So what if they do find Prime Lorca? Isaac says he's ready and willing to make a comeback. How do you know I am not already? Of course, I would do it. I loved it, Isaacs teased. He went on to say that he's even remained in contact about the idea of the show's producers. So I have talked to them plenty, where and when. Nobody ever dies. There is Prime Lorca. There are 3 different shows coming out in multiple seasons. And if I could squeeze back into that 8-year-old's uniform, I would do it. Who wouldn't want to do it again unless they are timeless stories? Isaacs gave voice to Prime Lorca for the Star Trek Online expansion Rise of Discovery, which I did not play. The expansion sees the USS Buran. Now, the Buran was actually the actual name of a Soviet space shuttle. It means blizzard or snowstorm in Russian. Lorca ship transported into the future while battling Klingons. At the end of the content, the Buran loses contact with Lorca. This is where Mirror Lorca steps in. The ending of the Star Trek Discovery novel, Drastic Measures, teases what happens next, suggesting Prime Lorca is taken prisoner by the Terran Empire. I'm not going to buy the DLC. I really... That is a bad habit you guys are having now. You don't do any character development, and then you expect people to run out and buy a novel or buy an add-on comic book to have them explain things that should be in the show. This information should be in the show. It's not. Is it just a way to try to get an extra $9.99 out of me? Really? Really, you're lucky that people are actually buying it. Well, a few people are actually buying it. Isaacs mentions the expansion of the Star Trek television franchise means there are opportunities for Lorca to appear outside Star Trek Discovery. Star Trek Short Treks is bringing back Pike and the Enterprise crew for 3 short treks. A future episode could do the same with Lorca. Yeah, but the whole thing about the short treks is that they're terrible. And it's a way to satiate people's desires for a Captain Pike spinoff without actually giving him a spinoff. Like I said, you're not going to have a Captain Pike spinoff because it's going to have to show a white guy in a position of authority. And without Mikey Spock there to correct him. Alternatively, there is a Star Trek Section 31 spinoff in the works with Philippa Georgiou, former Terran Empire leader, in the role of lead. Georgiou is one of the few people in the Prime Universe who knows about the existence of the Mirror Universe. She could lead a Section 31 team back into that universe to rescue Lorca. The Section 31 show is going to be terrible. We both know it. We all know it. Would you like to see Jason Isaacs return as Prime Lorca? Let us know in the comments. Both season, proofread your stuff, man. This is just so poor. Look, both seasons, and the O is capitalized. How did this? There's no editors over there at Star Trek at comicbook.com. Both season, singular. Season is singular, guys. Of Star Trek Discovery, now streaming on CBS All Access. But the whole thing about Jason Isaacs So this is why he's backtracking those comments he made at Star Trek Discovery. And he could say all he wants about, no, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. No, I was there. I was there. Don't try to gaslight me, man. Listen, Jason, you seem like a decent guy. I'll say this right now. This is not personal. Jason Isaacs seems like a decent guy. I'm sure if I met him, he'd be witty, he'd be charming, he'd be personable. But this whole thing, you said Akiva Goldsman took you aside, got in your face, right up into your grill, as the kids would say, and said, we have no effing idea what we're doing. He threw out a bunch of ideas. You said, what's my motivation? He said to you, we have no effing idea what we're doing. I was there. I heard it. We have no effing idea what we're doing. But we'll figure it out when we start filming. Okay. Just own it, man. Just own it. No, that's not what I said. You said it. I was there. There was a room of 500 people who heard it as well. Like we keep saying, Jason, this is not personal. This is not personal at all. But that's what you said, man. Come on. Own it. Yeah, we didn't have any idea what we were doing, but we figured it out later. That's all you got to say. That fixes it. And I understand you want to talk up your boss. I understand you want to make nice with everybody. But come on, man. You know, don't take it out on Mecha Random, friend of the show, for doing these things. For saying what she said. She has the audio. I have the audio as well. That is what you said. We presented the whole audio in context. So we have a possible motivation as why Jason Isaacs is backpedaling on those comments. And like I said, Jason Isaacs seems like a perfectly nice guy. Politics aside, I know people don't like his politics, but still, just set those aside. He seems like a decent guy. So we're not doing this as some sort of personal vendetta, but you said what you said. So I don't want to hear this whole, no, it's not what I said. Yeah, you said it. If you weren't supposed to say it, you know, at least say, hey, you know what? I spoke out of turn. It's not really what I meant. I did say it, but it's not really what I meant. I understand things get thrown around in the writer's room. You know, sometimes scripts get revised. I understand it. It's all part of the process. Processed? Process. Singular. Present tense. The whole thing about Star Trek Discovery, it's a mess. You can't hide that. And you can't hide the people who are making a mess. Alex Kurtzman, you can't protect them anymore. Stop protecting them. You don't have to say certain things in public. Just hey, man, I'm an actor. I'm doing a job here, man. Hey, that's, you know, what it is, man. And don't think for a second that this CBS merger is going to fix things. Oh, no. The CBS merger will not fix anything. It'll unite Star Trek under one roof. That's true. You won't have the rights mess. But as long as Alex Kurtzman and Akiva Goldsman are involved, this is still a sinking ship. Lawless teens in space? Section 31? STD? A show with no direction, that doesn't know what it wants to be, with an unlikable main character that is just an absolute mess. It's written by a bunch of Gilmore Girl writers. This is still a mess. Star Trek is not going to become the new Marvel, as Deadline suggests. It is not. But I understand. Jason Isaacs, he's looking for a job. But as far as Jason Isaacs is concerned, I get a little off topic. He's looking for a job. You know, it's probably a good paying gig for him. You know, he's probably. I think he's a Shakespearean trained actor. You know, you go to where the jobs are. You need a good gig. I understand that. But to come out and say, no, that's not what I said. Yeah, you said it. You said it. I was there. 500 people were there. We heard it. You can't gaslight me, man. I'm sorry, you can't. Don't try. Don't even try. You said it. I have the audio. I'm not going to play it here because it's been played before. Mecha Random played it. You go check out her video. She has it transcribed as well. But you said it, man. You said it. And I understand you're jockeying for another job, for this job to go on. I understand that. I do the same thing. But there's an easy way to fix this. Yeah, man, you know what? That's what it said. You know, this happens a lot when we're working on television series. Sometimes the ideas aren't fleshed out. And, scripts get rewritten. What we start out doing is sometimes different from what ends up on film, what you see. Okay, all right, fixed. See? Fixed. But Jason, man, come on. Listen, if I saw you at Star Trek Las Vegas, hey, how's it going? Can I buy you a pint? No hard feelings. And that's the thing to remember. We do not do this. This is not personal. This is not a personal vendetta by any of us. This is not personal. But at the same time, own it, man. Step up and own it. Just own it. That's all I got to say.